Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mias, and today I'm actually going to be going over the new Pendulum cards. Pendulum, let's go! 5 negates! Well, actually, 5 negates is no longer enough. If you're not making at least 24 negates, what are you even doing? But yeah, Doremichord. So is it gonna be an insane Pendulum deck that Steven is going to probably have a boner to, or is it going to be just let down and complete garbage? So let's get to it. So the first one is Doremichord Cutia. I mean, she's not cute, so she should probably get her name errata or something. Level 1 Earth Fairy Pendulum Effect, 100, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, skill 8, that's okay. Your Doremichord Pendulum Monster's summons cannot be negated, so no strike, warning, judgment. Not the best, or I guess no lag as well. You can only use the first name's monster effect once per turn. If this card is normal or specialed, you can add one Doremichord Pendulum Monster from your deck to your hand. Ah, that's actually... See, that's actually already a good card, and also it says if this card is normal or specialed. So that's nice, actually. If you have an even number pendulum skill in your pendulum zone, Doremichord Pendulum Monsters you control gain 100 attack multiplied by the pendulum skill total you control. Oh, that's actually kind of neat. So you might gain, like, all of your monsters might gain like 1200. That could make your monsters like sufficiently stronger to beat like over Ultimate Falcon and stuff, if that was ever a problem to begin with. But this is really nice. So of course this is probably going to be the best card in the entire archetype. But let's actually check the rest. So second one is level 2 with Pendulum skill actually 7. So I guess I want to say the sum of the level and the skill is probably always going to be 9. That's just my estimation right now, my approximation, sorry. I think this is going to be it. And your okay, same effect as the first one. You know, blah, blah, blah. If there's a Doremichord card in your pendulum zone, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, so this is the kind of effect that would actually be pretty nice if Electrum was a thing. But Electrum is not, like, you know, it's not really around, so I can't really... Yeah, well, yeah, the thing is, maybe this means that Electrum is definitely going to get unbanned, because I can't really think of a way for Konami to promote Pendulum archetypes, like new ones, without Electrum. You know, it would be way too unfair. And if you have an odd number Pendulum skill in your Pendulum zone, and a Doremichord Pendulum monster you control would be destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can destroy this card instead of what? Bro, that's garbage. The Dino Mists are so much better than at protecting your cards than this. So I don't really know too much. Doremichord Elitia. Oh my god. Those names are whack. Level 3, Pendulum skill 6, getting worse and worse for the skills. Your Doremichord Pendulum monster's summons cannot be negated. Yeah, you can only use the first effect once per turn. If this card is normal or special, you can target one spell trap your opponent controls. Return it to the hand, bro! Why couldn't it actually say destroy? It would have been like a... It wouldn't even have power crab to Archfiend Eccentric, honestly. Because this is on summon. Eccentric, you can do it before summoning. So, like, when you summon, your cards are completely safe. But this, and also, it doesn't destroy, it returns. Oh my god. Yo, so far, not so good. If you have an even number Pendulum skin in your Pendulum zone, you take no battle damage from battles involving Doremichord Pendulum monsters you control. I can't imagine a world in which this could ever be, like, respectable. And by the way, I just want to mention that they're all, like, different attributes so far, so this deck probably gets cucked by Gozen Match, and there can only be one. Alright, level 4. Pendulum skill 5. Again, getting worse and worse and worse. Blah, blah, blah. During your main phase, you can take one... That's the effect on the, like, the monster effect, by the way. The skill effect is never really irrelevant, that's why I'm not reading it. It's always like, oh, your summon cannot be negated, or they can't really respond with monster spell or traps when you summon your monsters. During your main phase, you can take one Doremichord Pendulum monster from your deck, except itself, and place it face up in the extra deck. That's not nice. I would have liked it if it actually placed it on the scale. It wouldn't have been an unfair +1, because you're not getting a card that you can summon right away. And now I don't see how this can lead to broken things in the deck. And if you have an odd number Pendulum skill in your Pendulum zone and a Doremichord Pendulum monster you control will be destroyed by battle, you can destroy this card instead. So again, what I have to say about this deck so far is that everything that it does is like, it reminds me a bit of Dino Mist, how they always have like protection effects in the skill, but their actual on-field effects are all very weak for the most part, and they have a pretty crappy typing with levels that just vary too much. I don't think there's a single tuner up until now, so you don't really have too many options, and since they're all different levels, again, XC summoning is borderline impossible. And again, as long as we don't have Electrum, link summoning is out of the question. You can't really make like good links with Pendulum monsters to kind of refund the negs that you have to commit to get to that play in the first place. Anyways, Doremichord, Gracia, level 5 with a Pendulum skill of 4. What the heck is this? This is beyond trash. But anyways, maybe the effect is good. When you Pendulum summon, alright, this is actually no longer the same as the first 4. So when you Pendulum summon a Doremichord Pendulum monster, your opponent cannot activate monster effect or spell traps. Exactly what I just said like 30 seconds ago. The effect, the monster effect, if this card is normal or special, you can add 1 Doremichord spell or trap from your deck to your hand. That's actually a good effect if the spell and traps are good. But if the spell and traps are bad, then this is just a vanilla monster, by the way. Because it still retains the exact same weaknesses as a Pendulum deck, meaning that you have to draw a lot of monsters to play, and spells and traps in a Pendulum deck just can't really make too much sense. Like, the only way you can summon more than 1 monster in a turn is if you can Pendulum summon, and it's hard to Pendulum summon and if you have like a hand of, I don't know, a bunch of spells and traps that don't really get you anything going, and just like 1 or 2 or 3 monsters. That's just not enough. If you have an even number Pendulum skin in your Pendulum zone and your Doremichord Pendulum monster attacks, your opponent cannot... Yeah, that's... Okay, sure. That's basically like a... Armades? Nah, that's not too great. La Doremichord. Okay, yeah, so what I can... yeah, they're all music notes, right? Mi, Fa, So, La... Yeah, that's probably gonna be... Yeah, see, exactly. I knew it. Yeah, there's a pattern. Anyways, level 6 with a Pendulum skill of 3. When you... Okay, same thing. During your main phase, you contribute 1 Doremichord Pendulum monster. Oh, including itself. And if you do special summon 1 Doremichord Pendulum monster with a Pendulum skill that is 2 higher or lower than the attributed monsters from your deck, except yourself. So since she's 6, you can either summon a 4 or an 8. And if you have an odd number Pendulum skin in your Pendulum zone and your Doremichord Pendulum monster attacks, your opponent cannot activate spell or traps or effects until the end of the damage step. So it actually completes... The first So Doremichord was actually like a Armades for only monsters, so like it's really good against Yang Zings, and this is like to protect you from, I guess, Mirror Force and stuff like that, which isn't too relevant, or I guess trap cards that resolve like that activate themselves like on damage step when your monster dies, like a level resist wall, I think that's the name. The card in Cyber Dragons. Anyways, Doremichord Beauty, or whatever her name is, but again, I don't really care too much. Level 7 with a Pendulum skill of 2, that's actually quite good. Level 7 in a Pendulum card is always very nice. You can make Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon and stuff, and... Let's actually check the monster effect. So you can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls. During this turn, if that card would leave the field, banish it. And if you have an even number Pendulum skill in your Pendulum zone, you can target 1 face-up spell or trap your opponent controls instead. So, I mean, I don't really know too much. You can target 1 effect... The thing is, this first half of the effect, it's just like a weaker version of Dark Law, so I can't really imagine a world where this would make sense. And if you have an even number Pendulum skill in your Pendulum zone, you can target 1 face-up. Oh my god, I mean, yeah, sure, it's not really good. I guess if you have like MST in this, when you target like Cursed Eldland, it kind of acts as a Cosmic Cyclone. But it's so sad that you actually have to commit like a full effect to that, and it's once per turn. So, I just don't really get it. Like, Genki Magician is already better because it's a level 7, that can be Pendulum summoned for free, that is searchable, that negates like a light attribute on the field proactively, so it can negate Denkuseka and stuff. So that was the way people were actually protecting themselves from the rank up magic in 2019... Why say Chicago? I remember it like it was yesterday, by the way. Anyways, once per turn at the start of the damage step, when this card battles a monster, with an attack that is equal or higher than the lowest Pendulum skill in your Pendulum... Wait, what? Multiplied by 300, you can destroy that monster. This is such a mindfuck effect. What is this? Oh my god. Yeah, it's like an Ally of Justice Catastor when it when it battles a monster that's like really strong. I don't know. I don't really have to care too much. Again, I don't like the fact that this is a high commitment, low reward kind of deck. And the final monster, Doremichord Coolia. So again, their names are always hilarious. So Beauty, Cool, Angela, Grace, Fancy, Elite, Dream, and Cute. So again, Konami, nicely done on the names, but not really nicely done on the effects. I know one guy who's not really gonna be too happy with this. His name is Steven J. Trifunoski. Anyways, you can only use the second and third effect once per turn each. You can tribute this card from your hand by tributing 2 Pendulum monsters. This will never see freaking play, literally ever. This is a complete garbage. Yeah, you can just play Abyss Actor Curtain Razor, who special summons itself for basically free, and Chronograph. You can target one face-up card your opponent controls, negate its effect until the end of your opponent's turn. Yeah, it's not a quick effect though. If you have an odd number Pendulum skill in your Pendulum zone, you can target 2 cards instead. Again, it's not a quick effect, so this is not broken. When the effect of a monster on the field with attack less than or equal to 300 times the highest Pendulum skill in your Pendulum zone is activated, quick effect, you can destroy that monster. So it's kind of like the Tenny Berserker level 8 Synchro or whatever, that doesn't negate, but it banishes, and this destroys without negating. So this is not broken, like, whatsoever. And the fact that it's a level 8, which means that it cannot be Pendulum summoned, is legendary pathetic. Yeah, it's really sad. I don't really have a single positive thing to say about this card. And honestly, so far, the only card that really caught my eye and attention was the first one, Doremichord Cutea. But it's a level 1, so unless you have Gate 0, you can't Pendulum summon it. But it does have the effect of, you know, on normal or special, you can add a Doremichord Pendulum monster, except yourself though, so you have to search like a garbage card. Yeah, I guess this is like almost okay. I'm kind of trying to see how this deck could work more as an engine than as a pure deck, because so far it's just unplayable as a pure deck. Anyways, Doremichord Scale. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name once per turn. Apply these effects in sequence according to the number of Doremichord monster Pendulum monsters you control with different names. Oh no, this is not good. 3 or more, return 1 card from your Pendulum zone to your hand, and if you do, place 1 Doremichord Pendulum monster from your face-up extra deck to your Pendulum zone. Bro, what the heck? 5 or more, special summon. Oh my god, 1 Doremichord Pendulum monster from your hand? Bro, it's a Pendulum deck. The deck can already do that. Why would I need a spell card and a neg 1 to do something my deck can already inherently do? Again, a friendly reminder that this is not a quick play spell. It's a normal spell, so even this effect, 7 or more, destroy all face-up cards your opponent controls, this is garbage. Like, even Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, they have an effect that is infinitely better than this. So, this is just super trash. I have, again, nothing positive to say about this deck. 2 Pendulum Scales and 5 monsters just to destroy all face-up cards your opponent controls, just so they can negate it with Boral Savage or Harbinger or whatever. That's a nice deck. Doremichord Harmonia, field spell. Select and activate one of these effects. You can only... field spell, if the field spell actually searches on activation, I'm gonna be really happy. You can only select these effects of Doremichord Harmonia once per turn. Add 1 Doremichord Pendulum monster from your face-up extra deck to your hand. No, that's not good enough. Have 1 Doremichord card in your Pendulum zone. Gain Pendulum Scales equal to its level until the end of this turn. Again, no. If you control 3 or more Doremichord Pendulum monster cards with different names that have odd number Pendulum Scales or that have even number Pendulum Scales, my head already hurts. You can destroy 1 card your opponent controls. Okay, this is finally the first little hope of light. The fact that it actually finally has an effect that doesn't target. I don't know. Yeah. This one that actually negates, it does target. I think you can target 2 cards instead. Target 1 face-up card. Yeah, as a pure deck, no potential whatsoever. Trap card. Now, again, we're going into trap cards for a Pendulum deck, so even if these trap cards have good effects, by definition, they are inherently bad because of the fact that your deck will be more inconsistent with them. So, select one of these effects to activate based on the Pendulum scale of Doremichord Pendulum. In conclusion, this deck gets a solid 0.5 out of 10. And I'm really being generous with the 0.5 only because I like the fact that this searches. Apart from that, I guess, yeah, this summons itself from the hand. The other ones genuinely just aren't good. The field spell has a pretty garbagey effect. The trap cards, let's just not even make fun of handicapped cards because that's just never fun. And yeah, just really pathetic. Pendulums was probably insulted with this new wave of support that isn't even Pendulum support, it's probably just their own deck. But yeah, maybe they are going to receive insane support in the future. But anyways, that's all I had to say and talk about for this Doremichord video. So if you guys have any comments or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.